fully in LARP season. This is like one of the busiest times of the year. The next like 4 or 5 months are so busy for me. So having something like that really helps because it's just everything's put in there. And then I'm stupid and I go to more events as well. And my bank account's crying at the prospect.
Yes.
So I have to. It's a Wild West system. So I've got to get all the gear right.
Well, it was only a matter of time before we jumped onto this topic because I know it's something your heart is very close to, and
yeah,
every time I speak to you with it, because we only talk like probably once, maybe twice a month, and every time it's just I've done lap, I've done lap. I'm just like, oh mate, how much lap can you do in 1 month? So
I did 2 back to back a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. I remember you telling me about that one, and you were absolutely fucked after it.
Shattered. And it was one of them. The air was so cold. I was like, I'm gonna go lay down for a bit. Fucking awful.
But you're a massive fan of it. You've been doing it for years now.
Yeah. This is my 9th year, I believe. I started in 2016. Started in 2016. Same year I went to go to WrestleMania in Dallas, the really bad one, where everyone was injured, and we spent
what were the main events that year? What were the main events?
It was Roman Reigns versus Triple H, and no one cared.
Oh god, yeah.
Our entire section.
That was a really, really bad Mania.
It was a fucking awful Mania. It was like 2 good matches. But yeah, that was when we were in the main event, which like. We're just chanting for Nakamura because we went to NXT. NXT Takeover was the night before, and it was amazing. That was such a good show.
Shinsuke and Sami.
Shinsuke Nakamura and Sami Zayn. Because my friend and his dad had never seen Nakamura before. I was like, "You guys are gonna love him."
Oh, it's so good.
And I remember my friend Rich turned to me, "Yeah, I'm sold." So we had that. We had was it the Revival versus American Alpha?
Yeah.
As the tag team title match, and we had then the main event was Finn Balor versus Samoa Joe.
I remember because it had to stop halfway through and everyone was shouting PG or something like that because there's the tiniest bit of blood. I was so
Joe.
I was fuming. So just like it's NXT, just like it's Mania week and leave him alone.
Oh, the noise in that side, the boos. Like, just get on with it. Let them get on with it.
I just did that probably that year.
Yeah,
it was probably better for NXT than it was Mania.
Oh, absolutely. NXT was so much superior. But yeah, that Mania was not good. Like even Jericho, AJ Styles was like really disappointing.
Yeah.
And AJ losing his first Mania, I'm like, really? The women's triple threat was really. That was Sasha Banks, Bayley, and Charlotte Flair. That was the best match on the night. Most disappointing one was Dean Ambrose and Brock Lesnar, because it's like this is just like all this build up. Like, it's gonna be really violent. It's like, well, it's not.
Well,
because you won't let it be.
I've only just recently read it. I think it was today. Apparently, Dean threw all these ideas at Brock about what he wanted to do, and Brock was just like, "Nope,
no, doesn't work for me.
I'm just gonna dominate you. Done."
Yeah, it's like great, cool. It's gonna be a fun match. Like, no wonder he didn't look that. Like Dean didn't look that bothered. Like he still tried, but it's just.
It was towards the end of
his just like same old.
It was coming towards the end of his tenure with WWE though, wasn't it?
He still had a couple. He still had a few more years. Yeah, he had a title run left. Because it was later that year they did the brand split. Because later in the year they did the brand split. He won Money in the Bank and he cashed it in on Seth.
This just shows how much I actually drink. Because I just don't remember shit.
Because I remember I was like, oh, it's finally picking up. Fucking great. Like, why couldn't it have been like this when I went to Dallas? I mean, Dallas was lovely though, but that was the same year I started LARPing. The main system I go to is Curious Pastimes, and yeah, it's weird. It's a weird story about how I ended up there. So it goes back incidentally to one of the guys that inspired me to start making videos on YouTube, which was Spoonie. He did a series of videos called Counter Monkey, where he would tell stories from his time. He used to work in a game store, and he'd tell stories about when they'd play D&D and Shadowrun, like basically, tabletop pen and paper RPGs. Not even just when he was working at the game store, just like in general, but predominantly from the game store. And he'd tell these stories, and I was like, wow. And this is the strangest thing. Like, I'd never played D&D before. Like, I'd not even touched it. Which, thinking back now, just I can't believe I'd never played it before. It's so bizarre. He's telling all these stories. It's like, wow, that sounds like a lot of fun. Actually, that sounds like a lot of fun. Like, I haven't really got a group. I don't know where to start. And so that was when I was living in Essex still. And the train station, I'd get off to go back home. So want to go to London, out of London. There used to be a store called Gamers Nexus directly opposite the train station. You'd come out, cross over, and it was just there. And I came out, I can't remember what day, I came out one day, and I just spotted it. I was like, little Google on my phone as I'm on the bus home, like, okay. So the next day, it's Saturday. I popped in and I just started asking questions like, I'm like looking to get into like, you know, D&D and RPGs and stuff, but I don't really know where to start. Have you got any suggestions? And the guy there, who incidentally actually passed away earlier this year, which was quite sad, very suddenly. He's like, I've got try Pathfinder. He's basically saying Pathfinder is like a better version of third edition D&D. I'm like, okay, He's like, give me 2 seconds. Goes back, comes back again. He brings out this. I think I've still got it somewhere. It's in the office somewhere. The beginner's box, and it comes with all these little cardboard cutout miniatures, pre-made characters, and like a little mini campaign, to get yourself going. So yeah, try that. And it's like, okay, yeah, I'll go and give it a read and everything. And he says, oh yeah, by the way, if you want to come in, people run games like every night. You know, they do it during the day. There's people playing. I think they're playing like Shadowrun. They're doing that right now. So you know, if you fancy, just pop in. And yeah, this place was like I could walk in like 25 minutes from where I was living with my grandparents, or get the bus in like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
10-15 minutes. And I just went in there on the whim, and I got talking to people. I was just watching them play basically initially, and just chatting to them, and they're all absolutely lovely. Got talking to a couple of guys in particular, and they're like, "Yeah, do you want to join a session at some point?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, why not?" And I came in, started playing. I think it was Pathfinder with them. Got to know them more, and then we used to go to the library in Southend-on-Sea. They hired out the library at I think it was like at Southend University. They'd hire out a room and they'd just play games. So they invited me along to that, so I started doing that. And then I hear them talking about something called LARP. And I was like, what the fuck is LARP? And when the guy's like, oh, you don't know about it? It's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And he's pitching it to me, and I shit not, I'm sat there going, that's I was like, that might be too far from me. That might be too nerdy.
Give me
I was
like,
genuinely, I'm like, that might be too nerdy even for me. I'm like, fucking idiot! Like, what a snob! I'm like, no. And they keep chipping away at me, and they're chipping away at me, the two of them. One of them, I won't say their own names, but I'll say I can say what one of them's called, because I don't know why he's called this, but every time. Whenever I ask them, they went, that's just what we call him. They call him Swampy. I don't know why they're Swampy, but it's just what his name is. It's like, fair enough. To the point where like other people are like, oh yeah, I know. So it's like, how do you know what? But yeah, so that Swampy and this other guy like chipping away at me. And I helped this guy with Swampy run. They went to try their own little systems, linear system. And the linear system is basically you go to like an area, and it's like a dungeon crawl almost. Like you have like a beginning and an end, and it's just like you're always walking and you're doing stuff. And then you have like interactions and fights and stuff. Like you do it's like little adventures. It's like a day, like 5-6 hours. They're quite fun. So I helped. I was like, yeah, fine. I'll help you test the rules and stuff. Yeah, really begrudgingly going, yeah, I'll try it. I was like, yeah, it's not too bad. It's alright. And they're like, when you come along to Curious Pastimes, I was like, I don't know. So I'm on like the train coming home from London, and surprise, surprise, there were troubles on the train line. Like there was a
Never.
rail defect, or
No, I don't believe you.
the
You're lying.
the cows are on fire or something. Um, I was like, oh, I'm
Why
sat
the
on
cows are on fire?
I don't know. Does remind me of a story once where it was snowing. To go on a brief tangent, it was snowing really heavily. We got to Shenfield. Just got outside of Shenfield, and we just stop. Not where we stopped. And then the the driver comes on the turn and he's like, "Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we have stopped here because, and I cannot believe I'm saying this, the track ahead of us is on fire." Like,
Oh.
what the obviously it's because it was snowing so heavily, so it was like the track is on fire, so we'll just have to wait here until it stops. But yeah, so there's problems on the train, and I ended up having to get a train that it was like the next train after mine, so I shouldn't have been on the train in the first place, if they were running okay. And then my friends, not Swampy, the other guy, I just look out of the window and I see he's at the platform. I wave at him. He's he gets on the same carriage as me and he sits next to me. We're talking. He's like, "Oh, how are you doing?" Yeah. We're joking about the trains. He goes, "So when you go into Curious Pastimes?" I'm like, "Oh, I don't know. He goes, "Well, there's an event this next weekend." It's like, next weekend? One of the big ones? No. So it's a faction event. What's a faction event? We said, "Well, it's like a faction event." I was like, "Well, what is a faction event?" And it's basically sanctioned, so it's all, it's all part of the system, and it's less players. So you got about like 80 or so players, maybe 90. He goes, "Yeah, you should go on to it." He's like, "Oh, I don't know." He goes, "Swampy's going." I'm like, okay, because my biggest problem is always going and not knowing anyone. I'm like, "Oh, I don't know. I haven't got any stuff." He went, "Give me a minute." He's like, "Yeah, talk to this person. They can make some stuff for you." I'm like, "All right." I don't even know how I'm going to get there. And he goes, "Give me a second. Swampy will drive you." He's like, "What?" And he goes, "Yeah, I've just messaged him. He said he'll drive you." "Yeah, it's not a problem." Because he lives nearby. I'm like, "Fine, I'll go. Fine, I'll go. Fine. But yeah, there's tickets. I'll go. I went along, fucking terrified. But I had an absolute blast. It was so much fun. I was like, "Yeah, I'm doing this again." But the really funny thing is, I met. So I went there and I only knew Swampy. It was the only person I knew. I think maybe like one other person I knew. But I made a point. I was like, I'm not going to just hang around with him. I'm going to get up. I'm just going to go and talk to people. And I ended up talking to one group who were mercenaries called the Black Company, and they basically dressed all in black, like the Night's Watch in Game of Thrones. Best way I can put it, just wearing all black. And they were the frontline fighters, but there weren't many of them because of it. Turned out a bunch that had gone with them were actually crewing the event, but didn't tell them because they were bastards. And then they just disappeared at one point, and the person in charge went, "Where are all my fighters gone? Where is everyone?" So I was like, "I'll help them guard the gate." So I did that, and I got talking to them in character and out character. And the next day, the person in charge asks me in character if I want to join the Black Company. I was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll do it. Why not?" And like literally the rest is history. Like I'm still really good friends with that person now. We're not in the Black Company anymore, but we're in the same group at Curious Pastimes. And yeah, and through that I met Kitty, and I met this whole group of people, and then I ended up moving to Reading. And it's one of those things like, I look back and I'm like, shit, if I hadn't have been on that train at that time, and my friend didn't get on, and he didn't finally convince me to go, I wouldn't have met this person. I wouldn't have gone to this. I wouldn't have met this person then, and this person then. I wouldn't have met Kitty. I wouldn't be living in Reading right now. And I don't know what my life would look like. And it's one of those weird like butterfly effects.
Yes.
It's like, yeah, if that one thing's slightly different, my life could be completely different. And I think worse off, because I think I'm better off for it, because if there's one thing that LARP really helped me with, it's confidence, because it encourages you. It certainly encouraged me to just to project your voice more, to talk in front of a group of people that you have never met before. And I think it's such a wonderful hobby. It's brilliantly silly. We all go there, like, of course, like, we all hit each other with like latex swords, like foam swords, like, it's all ridiculous. But when you're there, like, it's some of the most immersive stuff I've ever done. Like, it's absolutely, like, when it really clicks, it's fucking incredible. And you get like character deaths, like people will die, their characters will die, and you get real tears, like you well up, and then you're like, why am I like this is silly? Why am I crying? Like, this person's not actually dead. And then I remember I said to someone, because I convinced one of my friends to finally go a couple of years ago, and he's hooked. And the first time he experienced the character death, like, he was bawling his eyes out. He's like, why am I crying? And I was like, because, like, obviously that person's not dead. Like, our friend is still alive, but that character you're never going to see again. It's like, so, and you're so immersed in this world, like, you know that you're never going to speak to that character again. You know, it's the same way, like, when you're watching TV and your favorite character dies and you just feel like you've been punched in the stomach. Like, you feel absolutely heartbroken. It's because you know you're never going to see them like that again. Like, you can rewatch the show in it or something, but you know it's coming. So, but it's a really fun hobby. It's obviously, again, it's not for everyone. It can be expensive, but it's fucking good fun. It's so good. I absolutely love it. The amount of money I spent on it, oh my god, is ludicrous. And I'm gonna have to do so again because I need to get a a revolver for this Western LARP that has been adapted to 5 percussion caps. Which is gonna be like £99. So, but it is expensive. But there's loads of really good people in the hobby as well. A good friend of ours has something called that he started up called a kit library, and people can just donate bits of kit that they don't want, like if it's armor, weapons, base layers like shirts and trousers, boots, all manner of stuff. Donate it to this kit library. And then it means that when it comes around to these major events, he can literally say, right, this is what I've got available at the kit library. Does anyone want to use any of it for the event? So if you're going on to like your first ever event, you go, I want to play this kind of character, but I don't know if I really want to pay all that money. You just check out the kit library and go, yeah, that works. Oh yeah, can I borrow this? And you go, yeah, done. And there's loads of really good people in the hobby. It's good fun. I love it.
I get the feeling.
Even when I complain about it when I'm knackered afterwards, I still love it. Moan about it the day after, but
yeah, I'm gonna say, when don't you complain when you've done with LARP, especially when you're doing a 2-weekend job.
So what I do? It's like amount of times I turn and why do I fucking do this? Like last year, it was July last year, and the rest of the weekend wasn't too bad, but the Friday just before we timed in, which is not when the game starts, it was about 7-8 o'clock and it was 30 degrees. And I'm wearing all this armor and the layers underneath it, and I'm looking at my friends, and he wears all, his character wears all black, and he has like his chainmail covering his face. Kind of like people say he looks like the mouth of Sauron because he like blackens his teeth as well. So I really like his outfit's really cool. But he's wearing all black and he's just looking at me and he's just shaking his head like, I hate this. It's so stupid. It's like, it's fucking stupid. And you all think that. And then it starts, you're like, now I'm in the game. I'm in now. You complain about the hate, but then I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, there's photos. If you go check out Matt's Facebook, he's got absolutely loads of photos.
Some really good ones.
I've seen. The photo I've got in in this. Yep, I've cut it out just to picture you.
Is it the goggles?
Yep.
Looking really. That was a sci-fi system where we were talking to they were like basically like high up executives, like the suits, like the really like all the corporate lot that are really corrupt, and they're talking to us, and my character's like, get the fuck away from me.
It looks like you're kind of saying that.
Yeah.
Oh god. But no, it's nice with all the stuff that you do with
Mm.
YouTube and Twitch work, all this crap you've been through is kind of like a saving grace and kind of a side bit where you can just not be you, be someone else
Yep.
for a weekend,
Yep.
and everything kind of just goes away. You don't have to worry about it until
Yeah.
Monday. And even by
That's
that
what I
point,
always.
some of the things you were worried about have kind of just drifted away.
Yeah. I always said to him, like, just you just go away. You don't like you've just said, you don't have to be yourself for a weekend. Got any worry? You worried about work on Monday? Ah, well, that's Monday. It's like just go and have fun. It's really good escapism. And there's like I said, there's I mean, like the larger systems, you can get up to like 800-900 players. So obviously you can get dickheads, but I mean, you're gonna get that anyway. It's like if you went to a festival, you're gonna have dickheads, aren't you?
Yeah.
Like with that many people, there's gonna be some. But I'd say the majority of LARPers is just really nice. And you get some assholes, but you can just kind of ignore them. Like, yeah, fuck 'em. There's like so many people there you can literally just like go and get away. Or just if you feel like their character's being a dick, hit them.
You can't just hit them
I've
for the
done it to
sake of
characters in
being
the
dicks.
past. I've done it to characters in the past. I'm like, fuck off. It's like, don't talk to me like that. Like they'll talk to my character. My character's we've got a small group in the mercenaries. He leads them in terms of all the military stuff. So when it comes to combat, like they listen to him, blah blah blah. So he's got authority. And someone was being really lippy. They weren't in the group at the time. They'd been really lippy. And it's like, don't talk to me. Don't fucking talk to me like that. Like, don't try and embarrass me in front of my men. Fuck off. Just hit them on the back of the head with a sword. Fuck off. Yeah, it's good fun.
Oh,
The funniest thing though is that people um people meet my character, and if it's the first time they've met me, they just assume I'm like that. Where he is very stone faced. I've kind of changed, like he's evolved a little bit, so he's not as angry anymore because I'm adding some like character development to him, because you don't want to have him just the same way all the time because it's unnatural. But initially, like very angry, very stern, and because of that, I've met people and they just assumed that was me. Like, no, Jesus Christ, I'm nothing like that. Like I have to, when I'm getting into kit like an hour or so before we start the game, I have to like start cracking jokes and doing silly voices. I have to get it because I have to get it out of my system. So
yeah.
I've got to get out. I've got to get this out because I need to get as much of that stupidness out of my system so I can be really serious and just stoic and just like really on the ball and play. Because I don't want him to just be me.
Yeah.
And him cracking jokes just wouldn't work anyway.
No.
But yeah, I have to like get all this out. I'm like throwing this out, all these voices, everything. Great though.
I couldn't imagine you being stone faced. Never seen it.
Oh, oh yeah, trust me.
The
I've
picture.
had people in. I once intimidated a player to hand me something back that he took off me. I dropped one of my weapons. He's like, "Oh, I could have it back for a fee," and I just stared at him. Not like this. I had a fucking plate mail helmet on at the time, so he could see with my eyes. And I'm just looking down at him, just really quiet. He's like, "Yeah, you can have it back." So, thank you very much. It counts me off as when I went, yeah, that wasn't expecting to be scared like that, so thank you for that. I was like, what? Give me my weapon back. It's fine. But yeah,
Because the
yeah,
picture.
I can be serious one little bit.
It's yeah. I can't imagine it. The picture enough just makes me think he's got some issues. Is he letting one go? What? Is he all right?
Yeah, that's one of the best things. Well, that they have the photographers there as well, so it's nice.
Oh yeah, the
When they
photos
capture this moment, so
don't
yeah.
look like someone who's just got the phone out or anything. They look like genuine
Oh yeah,
photographers who are,
yeah,
they're there for whether they're getting paid or if it's just some work experience for them to do
yeah,
for college or uni or something like that.
yeah. Some
They
just
are
enjoy
great
it, but
photos.
yeah, some really really good ones. It's that's like oddly like one of my favorite things after an event is waiting for the photos to go live, because it's just because there's something we call post LARP blues.
Yeah,
It's like the because the events go past so quick. Even like the 4-day events where we start Friday evening and finish like 2-3 o'clock on the Monday. Goes past really quick. And you're packing away, and then you drive. Oh, that was good. Yeah, that was such a good event. You're talking about it on the car home. What? Because you share stories, like because there's stuff that you haven't seen and stuff. And then you get back and you unpack, put everything in the washing machine, put all that stuff on, and then usually like the day afterwards, it's just the. I want to be back. Like it happens to everyone. And one thing that always alleviates it is when some of the photos go up. Yeah, photos. So yeah,
to
it's
kind of relive them times and the weeks.
Yeah, like it's like really like captures those really good memories. And there's been some really good photos of me that I'm like, because I'm one of those people that I hate having my picture taken usually because I'm very I can be quite critical of my appearance and stuff, but it's one of the things that I'm working on. But there's been some pictures people are taking. I'm like, oh fuck, shit, that does look good. Oh my god, that my kit looks really good. So yeah, I mean, I could talk LARP for the next fucking 4 hours, so I'm gonna stop myself right there. But if anyone is interested, they should just go. If it's one of those things, I'm like, I don't know, like just give it a go. Again, it's like I was saying earlier, try it once. If it's not for you, hey, it's not for you. And if you have bought kit for it, you can just sell it. There's literally like 3 or 4 Facebook groups that I'm on where people sell their kit. Like it's stuff that they for a previous character that's died and they're not going to use anymore, or if they're just they can't take part in the hobby so much anymore, they can just sell it on there. So if people are interested, they should just go for it. You go along, don't enjoy it, but hey, you gave it a go, right? That's the worst case scenario is that you go and you don't enjoy it, but at least you tried. Best case scenario is that you like it, then you get caught, you get the bug, and that's it.
it's a tale of two evils, really, isn't it? You go and you don't like it, you spend all that money, and you're not going to get all of it back, and you're going to sell it, but you won't make as much money back. Or you do like it, and you're just spending more money, and your bank account's still fucked.
Oh yeah, I've got how many? I haven't got any pole arms yet. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weapons in here.
Oh,
and those aren't even.
The word was in here. That's
definitely. The ones behind me, they're not even my main weapons anymore. The other ones are downstairs. And my 2 shields. And I've got my arming coat hanging up behind me with some leather armor from another system. And then I've got a box of stuff as well. And I've got my plate armor out in the hallway. And the helmets. And then we've got other stuff in the lean-to as well.
Maybe it is a good idea you didn't get that house that you did the ground rent on, because I guarantee you one of them rooms would have been turned into just a wardrobe.
Beautiful, wouldn't it? But think of how beautiful it would be. Just walk in, it's just armor. It's like, oh, there's racks of armor. It's one thing I do want to get in here at some point. One of my friends, a good friend of mine who goes to Curious Pastimes as well. Him and his partner, they've got they've got all their weapons up on the wall, and all they did was they just got guitar racks.
Yeah,
just guitar racks, and you put the swords on. This is perfect. So I need to do that at some point. I was considering doing it with my airsoft as well, but then all what needs to happen is for me to leave my curtain open in the office, and someone walking somehow in the flats across just looks over and just sees a scar just mounted on the wall. Like, yeah. Rather not. The police knocking on my door.
Then people in the black suits will be at your door, mate.
Yeah. I don't want the FBI open up. I don't need that. I don't need that in my life.
I mean, you're fucked anyway with that weapons you've got.
Yeah, I'm just keeping. I mean, that's the thing is people who joked in the past, if someone broke in, just pick one of them up, because if it's dark, they're not gonna know the fucking difference.
No.
They just see someone coming downstairs holding a sword. No, I'm alright. No, I'm good. No, I'm not going to take the chance. I don't know if that's real, but I'm not going to take the chance.
Of course you're not. And it depends on how real it depends on how real it actually looks as well.
If you get the light just right.
Are we on about the weapons? Anyway, we'll move on.